I will tell my mom that I do YouTube, but you could probably put a peanut and a walnut together and figure out what I'm about to say. The other day in the car, my mom was just like, and it was really random, she was just like, Jimmy, do you make YouTube videos? And I was just like, yeah. And one of the first things she noticed is that I've been doing this for over 3 years. And she was like, why didn't you tell me you've been doing this? You know, because it is kind of weird that I've been sitting in my room for 3 years making YouTube videos and she's just now figuring out that that's what I've been doing. So it was kind of funny at first, and then she was kind of like, really? Why'd you not tell me? Like, did you not trust me? And I was kind of just like, it's a little nerdy, and I'd rather just, you know, keep it to myself, you know? At first, I could kind of tell she was just like, really, why do you do this? Why do you spend so much time making 2 videos every day and doing all this other stuff? And I could see she was just like, what's the whole point of this? And, you know, I showed her a couple of my videos. I showed her that, you know, there are actually people who enjoy watching my content. And she was still kind of like, you know, why do you waste all this time doing this? Or why do you spend all this time doing it? And then the second I opened up my analytics, she saw that I was making money off of it. And then she went from, why are you doing this, to, oh, okay, you can do YouTube, I don't care. You know, because the first thing she said when she saw my analytics, she was like, you make money off of doing this? And I was just like, yeah, I mean, that's not the real reason I do it, but I do make it. I know you guys probably don't believe that, but that's exactly what I said. And then she was just like, I thought you didn't have any money. And then she saw the number because, you know, I've gotten 500,000 views in the last 30 days. 500,000 views obviously is some money. And she was just like, why didn't you tell me you're making money like this every month? And I was just like, well, technically this is my first month actually getting 500,000 views. It's usually not this high. And she was just like, you're going to keep all this money a secret from me? And I was just like, it's not that big of a deal. I haven't even gotten paid yet. I don't get paid till next month. And to top it off and make matters worse, she does not call it my YouTube channel. She calls it my YouTube business. This morning she was like, how many views did you get on your YouTube business? And I was just like, stop, don't call it why'd you call it a business? But one thing I have noticed is she doesn't walk in my room when I'm talking, because she used to walk into my room while I was doing commentaries all the time, and then I'd have to act like I'm talking to someone, you know, act like I have friends. But now she just, you know, hears me talking and waits for me to finish and then comes in. So, you know, that's a little nice. But yeah, I think she has the whole perspective of it wrong. She's pretty much looking at it like a business. That's why she calls it a business. She's just like, all she's really thinking about is how much money I'm making off of it. And to be honest, like, the fun part to me is just seeing the comments I get on my videos. Whether or not you guys believe that, like, that's the real motivation for why I make videos. And I highly doubt any of you will actually believe that. But they're just comments, like likes I don't care about, dislikes I don't care about, comments. Just seeing that people actually like watching the video and actually enjoyed it, that's a really good feeling. So yeah, she found out about my YouTube channel. It's a little bit weird because this morning she was trying to talk to me about it, and I was just like, no, I don't want to discuss my videos with you. Just, you know, you can watch them, just don't ever talk to me about them. I don't care, just let me do my own thing. Because you guys know, if you look at the intros on like the last 6 videos, it's super weird, and I do it to be different and stand out. All my videos are just random and weird, and so yeah, I'm just like, I don't want to talk about it. Just let me do my thing, let me get famous or whatever, get views and do my thing. And yeah, that's the story in a nutshell. She found out about it. It's really awkward, but I don't care. Actually, I do care. I don't know why I said I don't care. You know, don't go in the forest late at night. There might be a murderer. Make sure you unplug your stuff, you know, during a lightning storm, because, you know, it could shock your house electricity thing and, you know, break your computer, and then you'd have to buy a new computer. And, you know, your computer's probably crap though, so that's probably not that hard to do. But, you know, just in general, it's a good thing to do for the environment. You know, don't kill squirrels, you know, pick up pine cones in your backyard, mow the grass for your parents, you know, things like that.